Sup, it's your boy, the German Brown Sugar, once again. Sorry about the lighting. We are back with another episode of the album review show. We're rounding off our Grammy editions with Saving the Best Till Last, Mr. Frank Ocean, and Channel Orange. If you missed our last editions of the album review show, especially the Grammy ones, oh my god, with only a week to go, you need to be checking them out because the Grammys being dropped on the February 10th. If you ain't checked out the nominees, then I've covered the best of the urban nominees in those shows. So they'll be up there in each one of them corners. So check them out. So yeah, man, we're talking about Channel Orange, Mr. Frank Ocean's debut album. If you listen to the mixtape first, Nostalgia Ultra, which most Frank fans would have, hopefully, then you would know Novocaine's from that. He released Novocaine as a single. That's what made him blow up, really as well. Nostalgia Ultra was critically acclaimed as well as a mixtape and then as an EP. You can pick that up now free from datpiff.com. I suggest, if you've never listened to Frank Ocean before, it's a good introduction into Channel Orange. You would certainly be hankering for Channel Orange after listening to Nostalgia Ultra, because I know I was. Alright, so yeah, he's nominated for some serious Grammys, Frank is. Let me give you the rundown on the 55th Grammy Awards and what Frank is nominated for. So, according to Wikipedia, Frank is nominated for Best New Artist, Record of the Year with Thinking About You, Album of the Year with, of course, Channel Orange, and Best Contemporary Album. And then collaboration Grammys, you've got Best Song, Rap Song Collaboration in No Church in the World with the Watch the Throne crew, and Best Long Form Music Video also with No Church of the World. So, you know what I mean, if he picks up all of those, he will be absolutely laughing. All of those would have gone down the screen like that, as whilst he would have missed any. If you want to put in your 2 pence into the album review show, give me your views on Channel Orange, then do so by getting in touch in the way down there. Out a bit of album vitals for you as well. Okay, the album was released at least physically on July 10th, 2012, but it did drop a week earlier digitally, and that was Frank's idea in order to stop the album leaking on the internet. So you can pick it up on iTunes a week before. Yeah, but it was properly released on July 10th. The length of it is 62 minutes, 18 seconds, released by Island Def Jam Music Group and of Future Music. Producers were Frank Ocean himself and Pharrell, notably. The quick look at the numbers that the did. It debuted on the Billboard 200, selling 131,000 copies in its first week. The majority, obviously, of those sales when it did enter the Billboard were digital, as I said, and only 3,000 more of that was physical to begin with. In the United Kingdom, where I am, it did really well as well, which is not a surprise, but I suppose it is for the UK charts, at least for me. If you know what I know about the UK charts and its quality. But anyway, over here in the UK, it sold 13,000 copies in its first week, and it charted, um, and its highest debut was in Norway, where it entered at number 1. Um, got the 4 singles that were released, uh, going into the singles. Obviously, you got Thinking About You that was released on April 17th, which is just a blow up tune. Everybody loves it. It's probably the best R&B tune of 2012, along with the album being the best album of um, 20, uh, 2012, the best R&B album. But we'll get into why. Then you've got Pyramids, which is like an interesting um, funk uh, electronica tune. Sweet Life is like a sort of, it's got a jazz lounge feel to it, neo soul, but that's not surprising as it's sort of an R&B sort of funk sort of mix for the whole album. Uh, so yeah, those are the singles. I'll go into the ones I particularly like, and that in a second. And at the end of 2012, Channel Orange had sold over 443,000 copies in the US alone, and has charted for 26 weeks on the Billboard 200. It's obviously been acclaimed by every critic that has reviewed it, calling it the album of the year. I mean, the guy in the album has been nominated either Best Album of the Year or Artist of the Year by like every music magazine that you can think of, every website you can think of. It's been absolutely crazy. Getting 9 out of 10s, um, A minuses and all that. I think the lowest was New Music uh, Express, but they're fucking biased to their own shit that they like anyway. So, but anyway, fuck that. So yes, as I said, I mentioned the singles. Obviously, Thinking About You is just blow, um, blown up everywhere. I mean, yeah, everybody's loving it along with the album. Like everybody loved the album. Talk about when it drops. Cassie was saying that's what she was listening to. Jay-Z was saying that's what they're listening to. Obviously Tyler was blowing it up. Granted, Matt Miller was saying he was listening to it. Everybody was bumping, and still is bumping Channel Orange. Um, in the urban music community and just everywhere else. It is crazy. Um, right now, but that is granted. Because Thinking About You is probably the best R&B album, R&B ballad, sorry, of 2012, just easily. It's definitely my first favourite off the album, hands down. Uh, you know, um, obviously I got my other favourites too, which you know we'll go we'll go into now. At number 4, Sierra Leone. That is just immense, crazy. It's a real like just a um, you know, kick back song. Um, you know, a nice little ballad type, classic smooth sounding R&B. I like Sierra Leone a lot. And obviously number 7, Super Rich Kids featuring Earl Sweatshirt. I just like that uh, song because I think Earl Sweatshirt really adds something to it on the hook. It's like really really good. and just like the way it takes the piss out of like just um, you know, your generic spoiled rich kid. It's just like everything it says about him, you could say is so true. So I really like it for that as well. It's satire that it brings out in the song as well as the way it sounds. Then after that you got uh, Pilot Jones. Which is, again, is just like a classic sounding R&B tune, throwback to like, you know, almost sort of like um, New Jack Swing, almost not quite as funky, but like with the vocals that come out, it's kind of like that. Definitely like neo soul, that kind of New Jack neo soul, as you know the album is said to be. Um, anyway, uh, you know, Pilot Jones definitely showcases that. Um, you know, my other favourite track is Pink Matter featuring Andre 3000. I've heard that there's a Big Boy remix. I'll put that up there as well, just to see that, because I hadn't even seen that myself. So I'll put that up there. But the original Pink Matter, just featuring Andre 3000, is absolutely crazy. I love just the way it sounds. I think it's a real beautiful put together song. And with Andre 3000, you really can't go wrong. That really makes it great. Um, my next absolute favourite song, I would have to go for it. It's my actual second favourite song on the whole album. Would be Bad Religion. Just because of what the song talks about. You know, when you listen to a song like many times and you don't really, the words don't really hit you. You don't really take in what the actual words are saying. Um, you know, good for a few times, and then you listen to it again. Then all of a sudden, like one day, then all of a sudden you like understand exactly what is being said, what it's trying to be provide to the listener. Yeah, all that happened to me with Bad Religion, and I loved it even more because of the content that it's talking about. It's Frank's talking about, you know, being in love with someone when it's unrequited, when you think they could never love you, and you know that it probably never happened, and you know, and at the same time you got that confliction because you know you want to tell them and just to see how it is or how it would be deep down, but at the second time you don't want to tell them either because they're either a good friend or a big part of your life, and you don't want to risk losing them. So I really understand Bad Religion, and if you've ever been in that situation as well, you will identify it with it. So if I haven't mentioned before, White with John Mayer as well, just because of his guitar playing. John Mayer can't go wrong. I tell you, when does that with that, so putting John Mayer in any album, it's gonna sound good. So yeah, that is my particular like favourites that I think you should definitely listen to on Channel Orange. To sum up, the album's got everything that you could want from an R&B album. It takes you back if you've been listening to R&B uh, like me for most of my life, and you remember even the some of the artists before you were technically born as well. It takes you back to them. It takes you back to, you know, R&B's roots, all the different subgenres like neo soul, new jack swing, uh, straight up R&B, you know, um, jazz, you know, lounge music, all of that. It's got all of those elements thrown in. So if you're really like new to R&B or never been sure about it, it's a good place to start. It will show you what R&B really is, not this popular shit and this shit, you know, this real commercial popular shit that Usher pops out, because really what Frank is putting out is Usher at my, you know, Usher as he was at my favourite times, them early 90s tracks, but with an added twist. Usher, early Usher, but better is what Frank Ocean is providing, while educating the people on R&B and showing that there is like most different musics. It has um, several different facets and takes inspiration from a lot of places as well. So yeah, just for that, it's definitely the best R&B album of 2012. Obviously, to review it, I had to listen all the way through it again, and I really came to that conclusion. Obviously, if you see my Miguel review, I'll whack that up there as well, and that would be a deserving winner. But and I love that album too. But if I'm honest, and as a true R&B fan, I would have to say Channel Orange edges it because just um, from its composition, its songwriting, its general sound, production, it's just a full package. So you know, uh, as a critic, as a reviewer, I would have to say it edges it because it has 100% everything that you could need. It takes you on a fully fledged R&B journey. It really educates you, and it just has that. It just has that something extra. So I really suggest you go and pick it up if you ain't already. As I said, it's available right now. iTunes, Google Play, and stores for the physical. Go pick up that Nostalgia Ultra as well, because that's worth listening. Thatpiff.com, you can get that now free. And drop me a line, comment the video, subscribe, tell me what you think of Channel Orange, and tell me as a roundup who you think has the best chance of winning what in the Grammys, because I would love to know. Fingers crossed for all of the artists that I've reviewed over these past few weeks, and I can't wait for February 10th. Don't forget the Grammys will be shown on TV. I'm not sure about the where on the American networks. I'm sure you can get it on the internet somewhere as well. But February 10th will be the date that they will be on, or the day after, or something. Depends on when it's broadcast. Um, so yeah, but to sum up, if I have to rate Channel Orange, it's a straight up 5 out of 5. Definitely go buy it. You will not regret it. Really fingers crossed for this album. Thinking about it, going back and listening to it, I want it to win all its Grammys. As I said, all nominees that I've covered are deserving, but if Frank was to take them all, he, no question deserves it, and it would be amazing. So definitely listen to it, go pick it up, and whatever, cause you won't be disappointed. So yeah, with that, that ends my review and my reviews of the Grammy nominees of 2013. Hope you enjoyed it. I've been your boy, the General Brown Sugar. See you again. Peace.
Thinking about you, oh no, no, no. I've been thinking about you, you no, no, no. I've been thinking about you, oh no, no, no. I've been thinking about you, you no, no, no. I've been thinking about you, oh no, no, no. I've been thinking about you, you no, no.